we go. And of course. Yeah, there we go. We are live. Let's see if I can fix my face. These stupid chairs. I can't move. So yeah, hey guys, live from the airport. I haven't planned anything for today, so who's here? Somebody's here, maybe it's Mike. Two people's here. I kind of found the most quiet place I could find so far, and wait. See, because last time I didn't have to chat up, and people were chatting without me knowing it. Live chat, because I have to change that. There we go. Hey down there. Yeah, we got stupid people everywhere. I'm thinking just make an introduction and we will go around and watch stupid people. I think that would be a great idea. Because there are many of them here. So, yeah, as you might have known, I've been in the States for a couple of months and I've seen a lot of different stuff that I'm not used to back at home. So I thought today I would grab the chance and just talk about some of the differences, you know, in what I see over here. Is the sound okay? Can everybody hear what I'm saying, or do I need to get closer? Hey there, Ned. Richie, 4Jacks. Good to see you guys. All good. All right. As you know, I've been in the United States for a couple of months. I've seen a lot of weird stuff. I've seen good stuff, I've seen bad stuff, I've seen the totally ugly stuff, you know. So it's kind of the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I'll let you guys decide what to start with. Even though I know what you're gonna say. All right, as long as the sound is good, we should be all right. But yeah, the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good stuff is that you have a great country, even though it's filled with stupid people. I kind of like America. I kind of like the ideology that it's based on, and I kind of like the freedom, the rights that you still have, even though you feel you don't have them. You know, they're still here. You just need to grasp them. So I like that. I like a lot what you can accomplish over here. I see a lot of opportunities over here, especially for a guy like me. The martial arts schools I've visited over here are very limited, very structured, very disciplined, and I see a room for a guy like me to one day opening something up over here that's different. So so yeah, a lot of opportunities there, and I think you have still a lot of leeway over here that you can use. I see a lot of people not using it, and it's kind of a shame because it is based on good old sound. Go get it, you know. If you have a drive, you have a purpose, I think you can go far in the United States. You know, you're not taxed out of your brain. You still have your rights, your natural born rights, which is already written off in Europe. When you're born and get a birth certificate, all that is basically already gone, and you still have those rights over here. You still have the right to choose later in life, and I think that is one of the biggest things that I love about America. So, and of course, we can shoot guns. Yeah, but it kind of goes under the same narrative. So yeah, that is a big thing. Then we go to the bad. The bad is that people are letting this country, these rights, this freedom that I just spoke of, slip out of their hands, and it's kind of terrible to watch. I'm just trying to keep up on the chat at the same time. And I think a little fight would be in order, because that's actually how I see America. I see it as the final frontier, you know, and what I've seen while I've been here is kind of discouraging in a sense, because I see you as, well, the world's protector. You are the last obstacle they have to breach in order to do their one world government. And yeah, you're in bad shape right now. So it's very annoying that it keeps taking the chat away. It doesn't stay up, but we have to live with that. So the good and the bad kind of go hand in hand. The good thing is that you still have natural born rights. The bad thing is that you kind of let it slip out of your hands. And yeah, that is worrying. Because if we don't have America, you know, I think they can do whatever the fuck they want. I think that already. But they believe that America is a threat. So yeah, I think they got surprised on how easy COVID went back in the day. Well, see, that's what we already do. We're doing back in the day. It's fucking 4 years ago. You know, not even. It stopped 2 years ago. So I kind of think it's imperative that you get back on track and that you start fighting for your country, because right now it's slipping through your fingers, especially in the South. I've spoken to a lot of Americans while I've been here, and it actually kind of seems like they have no idea how the South is looking from the other side, from the northern part, and because it's really bad. I keep hearing that Chicago is the worst town, one of the worst towns in the U.S., and it's definitely not. It's not even close. I think if you have the time, if you have the resources, you should try go down south and see how things are looking down there. It's pretty damn fucking bad. All the coasts, you know, because the coast is kind of good too. Except I'm hearing a lot about New York. I don't know. I haven't been there lately. So I just think you should. I think they're hiding it from you. I think they're hiding the state of your country from you, and I think Americans have been too complacent, so they don't see it. They don't want to see it. They want to line their own pockets. They want to keep their family safe, and then all that's good. But the way to do it is to fight the tyranny. It's not to look what's right in front of your nose. You have to see it as a whole. You might be okay giving, well, as I see it right now, cities away. But it's only a matter of time before it comes to your city or a city near you. And if you don't do it now, it will be too late. I've said this before, and I say it again. This country is the last frontier, and I think it's gonna go very, very soon. It's weak right now, and I think they're gonna attack you within the next 5 years. 2030 is my prediction. Before 2030, you have to make a change as a people, and I think unity is what America stands for or used to stand for, and they have split that up as they please these days. So unity is gone, and that's what you need to get back. In Europe, unity doesn't matter much because we don't have a legal system and the firepower to back it up, but you still have that opportunity. So this is a wake-up call to every American out there. Remember what you stand for and what you're fighting for, because I actually think deep inside you're the only ones in the world that truly knows what we are fighting for as a people. Of course, we have a lot of awake people out there who can see the bullshit, but we have better times in Europe. You know, we have it great compared to what I've seen over here. Over here is a big difference between rich and poor, much worse than Europe, and yeah, that's actually it. What was that comment? Yeah, Richie, America is under pressure. Can I post them? I don't know. No. No, I can't do shit with these. Okay, just gonna leave it for myself. America is the pressure cooker. When it starts whistling, we have to really worry. And it's whistling. Yeah, it is whistling Dixie right now. I don't think what's happening in the U.S. is much different than what's happening in Europe and for Asia, for that matter. I think it's the exact same rumble everywhere. The only difference I see is that you have the opportunity to do something about it. You know, I think I've always been of the belief that if you have an opportunity to do something about tyranny, it's your obligation and your duty. And I hate to say that to all of you, but it is your duty to stand up and do something about it. And I will be the first one to be here, standing up with you. I'm that guy. I like to be in the front line. I know people who like to be further back in line, and that's cool too. But I'm a front line kind of guy. So did I say duty? Yeah, I did say duty. So yeah, that is kind of my little rant that I had planned today is about the duty to do what's right. And I think that's America in a nutshell. No. Well, some people think you can lead from the rear. I don't believe that. But there are people out there, especially in the truth community, that think they can lead from the rear. They think they can sit behind their computer and lead a nation or lead people. They talk about freedom. They talk about patriotism. They talk about fighting tyranny. But none of them is actually going out there and doing something. You know, they're basically sitting behind their computer all day, and on the flip hand, making money off it, which is kind of the big issue, isn't it? We have a truth community these days that's more scared of saying what they want than fighting the system, because they're afraid to lose their monetization, you know. And I don't get it, you know, because it wouldn't be hard to get around that system. Just make another channel. Make a channel that makes money, and make a channel that doesn't make money. And you can still say whatever the fuck you want. It's really that easy. But people are so scared to rock the boat that they just lean back and become comfortable. And I kind of hate that. And I see it a lot. So if anybody has any question about the U.S. and how I see it, bring it. And I'll be brutally honest with you, because a part of me don't like being here, a part of me don't like the people, a part of me kind of a little bit hate the U.S., but a big part of me wants to actually be an American and have what you have. So, but in order to do that, it has to be that. And right now it is slipping through your fingers. So, no, I know that, Richie, you know. And everybody, I'm not talking about us, you know, because we're just talking. There's a difference between talk and action. You know, but to talk you need to have leeway. You need to be in a good spot in your life. And I think there's a difference between talking about doing something or actually just talking to put yourself in a better spot, because I think that's very important. I've been doing that for a long time. Been talking to you guys, and it made me capable of what I'm doing now, you know. And I think we have to see that as two different things. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the bigger channels out there that shout for action and want to do something. It's all too bad, and you need to stand up. And they don't even go outside their door. Many of them basically just live behind the computers. and that is the channels I'm talking about. It's not us, you know, because we'll never get monetized. You know, we're just talking to have a bearing in life and to have equal-minded persons around us we can talk to. So, yeah, I don't agree with that, Richie. I actually think that's exactly what they want us to believe, that we can't do nothing and we have to wait until shit hits the fan and just be ready, minding our own business, taking care of our own family. I think that's exactly what they want. The unity is what they're afraid of. And right now they're splitting us in atoms. I think it will be too late if we wait for shit hits the fan. We need to get the word out, military, officers, correctional officers, everywhere. I think that's where the battle is, because those are the people that's going to fight us in the end. And the more we can get those people on our side is how we win that battle. Because in the end, it's people against people. It's not government against people. That's what many people misunderstand. It's not your government coming for you. It's not your government knocking on your door. It's your friends, family, and neighbors and other people that you have to be aware of. That will be your future enemy, not the government. And of course I know it will be police officers and or military come knocking at your door at some point, but it will be under disguise of your friends, your neighbors, and your family. Those are the people who will implement that is what we need to do. So the more we can get in the stable of authorities, and it doesn't have to be force authorities. I think if we can get to social workers, people within city halls, anything, we will have a chance. And I'm not saying they should throw away their career. Basically, make moles in there, and we do that by planting the seeds. And we only get to those people if we get out there, if we get among them. Those people are never led to our channels. They will never hear what we have to say. They will never understand what we're saying, even if they did see a channel, because it's just YouTube. So, but if you get there, man to man, face to face, eye to eye, and get trust, I think that's a key factor. If you can get people to trust you, they are more willing to listen to what you have to say. And that's how I've been trying to do this. I failed miserably. I'll be the first to say I haven't spoke to nearly as many people as I wanted to, but all beginning is difficult. That's just the way it is. At least I'm trying, and I think we should all do that. I'm not saying you should travel the world for 2 months and try to convince people, like a complete idiot like I do. Much of this trip was for myself. It wasn't even for that. So, but you can do that in everyday life. People you meet at your workplace, just be yourself. Be honest with your surroundings. Be honest with them on a daily basis. Taunt them, tease them a little. Don't provoke them too much. Leave that job to me, because I'm that guy. But you can implement those seeds in everyday life. Even though they don't say anything or they call you an idiot, they're gonna go home and they're gonna sit around the family dinner and say, you know what? I met this crazy dude today. You wanna hear what he said? and the talk is going. And I think it's out there that we need to make a difference. Let me see this chat here. It's glooming. I can't even keep up. Richie. New York area. They're looking at the number of planes that are being left to land, both at LaGuardia and Newark. Again, these times change. Yeah, I agree, Richie. They have sold their morals. I agree about that. But if you can make them feel ashamed about that, the day they have to bust through the door, the day they're coming knocking at your door, they might think twice about shooting you, you know? And that's what I'm getting at. I'm not saying we can get them to change their life now, but the moment shit hits the fan, if they just have a creepy little doubt in their mind, that might keep their finger off the trigger. That's what I'm saying. It's all about execution. And I see the way they're setting things up, you know, over years, and very, very carefully setting this up, is because they know it has to be executed just right. And if we can spoil that by implementing small notions in people's head, playing on, not on fear, because we can't fight that fear from the government, but we can fight them on pride. We can fight them on patriotism, kind of the same thing as pride. We can fight it in the shame. So I think if we can hit them on shame, pride, patriotism, even nationalism, I think we have a chance. We stand a chance. So yeah, it's kind of what I got for you. So give me some questions and I'll do it. Otherwise, we're gonna go and look at these stupid ass people being in the airport, because there's a lot of them. Fucking sheep everywhere. So and yeah, you're right, Mike. That is the battle. The battle is about the mind. And the more they can convince us that we can't do nothing, the more divided we get. Because the moment you feel helpless, you're gonna create that little bubble around yourself and your nearest family and say, well, I'm just gonna protect what's right here. That's all I can do. You know? But you can only do that so long. At some point, they're gonna burst every bubble. Yours too. So, yeah. Question from Mike: do you think we have a chance to really turn this back, given what you've seen in the past 2 months? America seems so disconnected from reality. No, I don't. And that's me being brutally honest. It has gone too far. Your country is split in half, not in like north and south, but your country has been split in half in, let's say, 50 different fronts. You've been played against each other in 50 different fronts. The division is too great. The gap is too great in America right now. And there's no coming back from that. But what you can do is get together with those who are ready to stand on the same side as you. Because at some point they will play you out against each other in a violent fashion. That's what I think. I think you're looking at another civil war. This time it's people against people's opinions against people's opinions. It's not northern opinions against southern opinions, even though it looks like they are giving away the southern part right now. So the division should be like that. I actually see that. I see a big difference, a big gap between what's going on in the south and what's going on in the north. In the north, the cities are still kind of intact, but in the south, they're all destabilized. Atlanta is going to, Memphis is gone. There is no authority in Memphis no more. They have surrendered. They have raised the white flag. That's how bad it is. And everybody says, yeah, well, it's bad there and it's bad there. Okay, maybe it's worse gangs, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a whole city being surrendered to thugs. Cops in Memphis don't travel there unless there are 4 or 5 patrol cars in a row. And we're talking downtown at night. It's that bad. And they could easily set up a system. They have it here in Chicago. I think the police system here in Chicago is great, and it kind of counterintuits, and that's something I've learned while I was here. When I came in Chicago the first time, I made fun of all those police phones around and their cameras and their police officers, and it was just too much. But now I see that's actually what you need to do to maintain the city so it doesn't turn bad as it did in the south. I think, to get back to your question, Mike, I think politically you're fucked. There's nothing you can do politically. But I still think you can get numbers. There's a lot of good people out there, not only the people I've met over here, but also people I just met around. I met people, guys like you and me, on the street, in the bus, they're around. It's 1 in 50, 1 in 100, but it's not as rare as we think it is. There are a lot of people out there just dying to speak out and dying to stand up, but don't know how to do it. Kind of like we were 5-10 years ago, Those kind of people, there's a lot of them after COVID. And if we can get them, to come here and join us, we could rise in numbers. But we can't do that from the YouTube because we are, compartmentalized in small pockets. Nobody ever accidentally comes past our channels. I think I got like 10 new subscribers just by being on the street. 10 of the people I talk to are on my channel now, and they're on the shows and stuff like that. So, 10 people is more than I got in a year, last year, maybe, something like that. Because we don't get visited accidentally. We have to go grab people and pull them in. Yeah, I have some good examples. I even have good examples I haven't even told you about yet. But yeah, there are people who knows what's going on. I don't even think I've shared my Memphis ride yet, and she was half awake. She just needed a little nudge. She wasn't ready, but she would be if we kept at it for a little bit. I met a lady in the bus on the way to Denver that was on board with a lot of stuff, and she was even on board with something I thought was way out there. So I had to think, and it goes two ways. So yeah. Hey there, Paul. I I hope I inspire just, you know what? If I can, if I can just inspire 10 people, it would be worth 2 months. Because that's more than I would inspire just by being on YouTube talking. You know, I think I've done more damage in these 2 months. You know, even though I've figured myself, I've been training, I've been doing all the stuff that I needed to do, and I actually haven't gone do my Truth Café for real. You know, where I jump in people's faces and make a difference. But yet, I think I've made more damage within these 2 months than I have within the last 2 years. That's just a fact, you know, because it's more. I might reach more people out there than I do in here, and at the same time, yeah, exactly. I've been planting those seeds carefully. You know, I stop jumping in people's face and calling them idiots and stop listening to idiots and stuff like that. It doesn't work like that. Everybody needs to take that decision for themselves. I don't believe anybody is to be told what to believe. That's how we got in this mess in the first place. I think it's very important for everyone to make up their own decisions and their own mind. All we can do is just give him a choice. That's all I want. Every time I hear people talk about, well, I see this problem, but what can I do? Well, listen, you can do something. You still have a choice, even though it's not going to be easy. It's not gonna be hunky dory, but the choice is still there. And many people have given that second option away in order to have the good life. And now they think they can get it back with their freedoms, with their rights, you know, but they can't. It's right there. You just have to take it back. And yeah, as I said, I think the U.S. is the final frontier. And I made myself a promise. Well, I made myself a lot of promises. I've been left in my own head for a long time in this country, so I've done my share side of thinking through all my options. And two promises is I will try to change people from within, without the truth, through my martial arts and through my human skills, because I actually have those too. I'm not just a big fighting polar bear. I'm actually really good with people. So I'm gonna use those skills to help people, even though they're not on board with all this nonsense. They still need help, because we have to see it this way. Every person we give up on is, according to the Matrix, a potential agent. You know, that is a potential enemy down the line. So the more people we can lift up by spirit, I think will help us in the long run. Yeah, it's kind of overwhelming. A question from Mike. Overall, did you experience more than you hoped for while you were here? Yes, nothing went as I planned, and yet it was kind of the biggest experience I've had maybe in my entire life. I have so much things going on over here and so much new knowledge that I can't even start to explain it, and I won't right now, because I won't justify it, because none of it is a finished thought. I basically haven't had 5 flat minutes to think as long as I've been here. If it hasn't been people, it's been the pressure of getting around the traveling and doing the cafe, doing my martial arts, there's never been 5 minutes where I actually just could sit and reflect of what I've experienced. There's been experiences all over, and if there's no experience to get, it rains like a motherfucker, and I end up in a tornado or something else happens. So it's just been this roller coaster for 2 months. I can't even believe it's only been 2 months. It feels like 6 months that I've been here. It feels like a very, very long time. And that's all right, Richie. Thank you for coming. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I see. Even now, just now, I have 10 people sitting around me. They can hear what I'm saying. Sometimes that's enough, just people listening in. And I think we need to stop talking among ourselves and get out there and do it. Oh, at least that's the kind of guy I am. Because that's the opportunity that I have. Every man has their own path, their own opportunity, their own skill sets that they can use, and we should use whatever we have. My skill set is I can pull people up. I can see people that is lying flat on their back, and I can pull them up. I'm very, very good at that. So I have made myself a promise that is one thing I'm going to do when I come back home. I'm going to work to get a gym standing up, but it's not only going to be a physical gym, it's going to be a gym for the mind as well. It's going to be giving people a chance to have something in life that don't have anything. There's a shitload of people, especially after COVID, just sitting in their couches and have no idea where to move on, or don't have the tools to do it. And I do. So that's what I'm gonna spend the rest of my life doing. I'm gonna try to implement all my knowledge in people who can't see past their own couch or the TV or whatever it is that's holding them back. So yeah, another thing I promised myself is when my kids leave home, and if the United States still stand, I will move here. So that's kind of a little news for you all. Let's say 10 years down the line, my kids flew the nest, and the United States haven't fallen yet. I think I will move here because as I started this stream, I see this as a final frontier, and this is where I want to be. This is where I can do damage. So yeah, I get a big sum of money when I turn 67, and if United States is still around there, I'm gonna build myself a big ass gym over here, and I'm gonna help a lot of people, basically. So yeah, that is two things I have come to realize while I'm here. This is where the fight is, and yeah, this is what I want. I want to help people, and this is the best way to do it. Right now it's not possible for me because I'm tight with my kids in my own. I don't want to pull my kids out of school and friends and all that in order to go there. So I have an obligation to be here until they can stand on their own two legs. The moment they do that, I will move to the United States, and I will give them the option to move with me or stay. Yeah, and of course, when I'm like 70 or 80, because apparently we live that long. I want to explore the world. That's gonna be the last thing I do in this life. I'm gonna explore the realm that we're living in for what it is. That has been a dream of mine since I was small, but it doesn't seem that urgent right now because I don't think I will get that opportunity in later life if we don't do something at this moment. I truly don't think we will reach past 2050. I don't think so. And that's even without counting some kind of natural disaster, because that factor, I haven't even factored that in yet, So that was a question from Mike. Let me see. Have you ever seen so many people with very large clothing? Oh my God, it just keeps shutting. Oh, I really didn't want to go there, Mike, but you asked the question, so I'm gonna answer it. Your health is insanely disturbing to me. I knew there was a lot of overweight people over here, obesity, but I didn't know it was that bad. If we're just talking obesity, I think we are 1 in 2. It's 50% at least of your population is obese. Compared to my country, I think we are at 20%. So you do the math. We have some obese people, but even the worst we can find is a normal citizen in the United States. It's crazy. And I don't want to blame you all too much, but I think America is to blame for this, because you've just been sitting, being comfortable with all this shit changing in your stores and in the restaurant culture. I basically think that every American lets it happen. The point you're at now is a slippery slope that's been going on for 30 years or more, and it's not something that happened overnight. People don't just wake up obese or unhealthy. That's not how it works. So I think you had a long opportunity where you could deny that, fight that, and now it's too late. So yeah, I see, because I can see the contrast there. That's why my country shines. We have a great health system. We have a health system that actually, even though it's based on medicine, is still trying to help people, still trying to make things better. Of course, there's the 20% evil Knievel doctors that's out there trying to post medicine, but 80% of our healthcare system is still in the belief of trying to build things, and you can see it. You can see it in our health. So yeah, I can't say fight for that, because I think it's too late, basically, right now, because it's not only it's not only a mindset no more. You have embedded that in culture, and you have embedded that in your infrastructure. You know, you can't even go on an exit from work. You can't go home from work without passing 50 temptations on your way home. You know, and that's a big part of it. We have rules against that in Denmark. Imagine that. We have rules of how much advertising and how much physical advertising there is on the streets. Imagine that. We have clear rules for billboards and stuff like that. Neon signs, how much you can have in your window stores, you know, and it's because we demand that. We don't want to be baited in it. Even people that are soundly asleep in my country don't want that. They hate commercials. They hate all that. And I hear the same thing over here. It just seems like nobody's doing anything about it because it's very useful and benefits their own little company when they can put up a billboard. You know, so there's not this common consent to that is not the right way to go. So I think you have gotten lost in your own little commercial world, and now everybody is just out for theirs, trying to make money. Another one from Mike. Did you know this life was going to be so uplifting? You think it's uplifting? I think I'm talking about some pretty damn sinister stuff right now. But no. I had a little bit. The first 10 minutes of this live was basically my rant that I planned. The rest is just something I was winging. But I'm glad you see it as uplifting. Yeah, and optimism isn't to be there. You know, it's not all over. It's not. What I'm saying is, I think let's call America an empire. I think within that empire is a possibility to make pockets where people like-minded yourself can get together. I think it's time to make those parallel societies and get together. And I think because America is so great, it's such a big country that you are all spread from wings. I think you need to connect with each other. I couldn't tell you how happy I was when I heard about you and Danny Mike, because that was exactly what I'm talking about. You know, connect with people and get together. Because it's very easy sitting around the U.S. typing stuff, you know, but it will have tenfold effect if we got together. Daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, you know. I got so much from from the meetup at Fatheads. I got so much at the trip to Michigan with Annette and Patrick and Lucky. So, and I would never have met Lucky because I was done with the flat earth, you know. I'm not in that world no more. I would never have met Lucky if it wasn't for that trip. So, there you go. You know, that alone, I met a bunch of people at Fatheads. That alone is enough to verify that's more people, like-minded people, that I've met in the last 2 months than I've met in the last 2 years. Yes, Lucky Haskins is awesome. I agree, Jack. He's a character of his own. I wish that I know at some point he will get past the flat Earth. Because I've been in that shoe too, where I was exactly the same guy like him. I couldn't talk about anything else. So I know exactly where he is, and at some point he will realize that he's been lied to, and that he can convince other people, and then he will start seeing the things that we do. But he's an awesome person, and he sees it from a great perspective. And give that guy a topic, and he'll talk for days. I've never met anybody that can talk like Lucky Haskins. So for those of you who don't know who that is, he has his own channel. It's mostly about flat Earth. Lucky Haskins. Look him up, because he makes me smile. So why shouldn't he make you smile? And he has a great place up north, and we visited him, and yeah, I'll definitely go back next year. We're gonna make it a thing next year, and we're gonna invite as many people as we can. So maybe we make it so we have Fatheads in June, and we have Michigan in July already there. We are further ahead, you know. So yeah, and shout out to Fatheads. I can't do that. Josh's place, but you need to know who I'm talking about. In Colorado, that was just an awesome event. I spent a couple of days feeling weird in Colorado, and then I spent just the next 4 days feeling at ease, you know, totally at ease between like-minded people. And normally when we get together, you know, we kind of, we have so much to say, you know, and because we have so much to say, some people don't get to say it because they don't have this exterior demeanor. They don't have the, what do you call it, the aggression to jump in the conversation. So they just kind of sit back and never get to say, because it's one day maybe that we get together, like a meetup, you know. But if you have these multiple days, everybody gets to say their piece, but at some point, you know. So yeah, I think, and that's what made me go to the parallel society kind. Because imagine you have people to talk to every day. Now you don't feel like you're screaming, shouting. You have people in everyday life, you know. And I experienced that too, and I can only say that it made me. Being here has made me a hell of a lot better and hell of a lot wiser than I was. Imagine that's possible. Yeah. So, yeah. It's been a big experience for me. On my mental side too. I got my old fearless guy back, you know. I've done some weird stuff while I was here. I actually just did it again yesterday. I just can't seem to stop and get enough of it now. So I walked about 20 miles yesterday on the way to Chicago airport, and saw some pretty bad neighborhoods there too. So, oh shit, I missed something. Yes, but in order to get the people who don't know what we're talking about to join us, we need to have some kind of society. It doesn't work when one lonely dude like me comes and tells you something. But if I can tell him, hey, we live over here. Imagine that. He was like, really? And now it's a place. Now it's just not a mindset that I'm trying to sell. Now I actually have a place I can sell. You can come live with us. you know. And that's what I want. And that's going to be my fight. I know it's not going to be easy because they will try to stop us if we do something like that. But I think I'm one of the guys that can get it done, you know, because I'm very good at I'm very good at not looking at the consequences and only do what I need to. It's the best way I can explain it. You know, you can call it stupid, you can call it brave, you can call it whatever you want. But I'm very good at stripping down everything that stops me and only get focused on a goal. I get these horse flaps on my face, and I only see my goal line. That's my biggest attribute in life is that I get very, very goal orientated and focused. So yeah, that's about it. What I had today. So I don't know. Should we call it or should we go watch some stupid people? What do you say? I'm down with both. I'm gonna turn this upside down. I'm gonna press. What the hell?
For safety purposes, if you are traveling with small children, strollers, or large luggage, please use
No, there's no free gumbo at the airport. So that's kind of a funny story. We have to tell that one too, and we haven't told that one yet. So, okay, I'll tell that real quick. We were going to a restaurant. Maybe Annette can tell us the name of that restaurant. It was a great place. It was a bar with food, and we were eating. We were almost done, and this guy, he came over, drunk out of his mind, you know, really, really intoxicated. They've been out playing golf all day. There were like 5 or 6 of them. And he came over with a ball and put it, without saying anything, he just put it on the table in front of me and kind of pushed it in front of me like this. I looked at him and he says, it's free gumbo. I got some free gumbo for you. I haven't eaten it, you know, and we called him out on being drunk, and he says, no, I'm not. I'm only half, no, 3/4. What was it? 3/4. I'm only 3/4 drunk. So, yeah, he was a real funny dude. I think you should be there and to experience how hilarious that moment was, really. But that was a funny guy. Yeah, he was wasted. This guy was wasted. He could barely keep a straight line to the door, you know. So, and of course, the gumbo was half-eaten, you know. He just basically came and gave me his leftovers. That was kind of funny. Yeah, he was only 3/4 shit-faced. That was his exact word. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah, he pushed it in front of me and said, "You know what's in it? You know what's in the pot? You know what this is?" I said, "Nope. Open it up. Check it out." I was like, I was expecting gold in there, but lo and behold, it was gumbo. Yeah. Hey there, Salted Cedar. Good to see you. We've been going on for an hour and six. I talked a lot about the United States today, so you can go back and watch that later if you want. Oh, shit. I messed up. Just a second. There we go. Now I think it's time that we go out and watch all those beautiful people out here doing their thing. What do you say? I'm gonna pack up. We're gonna bring the camera. And if you didn't know, you're gonna see how bad it is.
Morning all hazardous point on flight 1373 vessel service to Houston to the Delaware Lock. B3 for all passengers. We're boarding all passengers going to Houston flight number 1373. Dual mark B3 for all passengers boarding Houston. Final call.
And this is a thing I never get used to. At least there's old people today. Normally it's just obese people. I want to turn my camera and find out. Apparently I can't do that when I chose this mode for the stream. Can't get it back. Nope, I cannot get it back. That's kind of annoying. All right. Oh shit, what did I do now? That's kind of funny. Okay, so I fucked up somehow. Yeah, of course we have a checkered floor, yeah. And oh, you're losing the chips to help them with everything, you know, because they're so focused. Yeah. And yeah, that too. People just walking, and basically all you can do in the airport is provide for the two biggest needs in life: to eat or to shop. What do you want? Well, I love shopping and eating, like a real American. So, but actually, when you ask me, Mike, when it comes to obesity, Chicago's not that bad. I kind of watched that yesterday when I was walking. That is, compared to other places I've been, Chicago is not that bad. Of course, when you get in the poor areas, it gets worse. But in downtown, Chicago, it wasn't that bad. So we have a lot out here. It's difficult to know who's the foreigners and who's domestic, so we can't really get a picture of that out here. But what we can see is that everybody wants to eat food because apparently there's no food out there. They have to eat it here when they come. You know? And that's the consumer world we're living in these days. Normal. Live chat. I can't see shit when it's turned this way. Yeah. No. Only those who are together kind of look at each other. See, they're kind of looking at screens. They're looking down. They're looking away. They're looking on their phone. You know. Here, just have people. It looks like a concert. They're just glaring that way. They can't get the eyes of the line in front of them. You know. They have to watch. Imagine if somebody stepped in the line in front of them and they kind of lose their place in the queue. Yeah, guess what? The plane is not going to leave until you're on it. You know, it's just stupid. And you actually have people paying shitloads of money to get there first, to get there in a back end. You know, they're paying hundreds of dollars just to be the first in line to get at the same goddamn airplane that I'm on. You know, it's crazy. And these wagons, you know, they're everywhere. Everywhere. You can tip those girls $5 and they'll drive you anywhere. And people do it because it's like a taxi. It's real clever, but I wouldn't sit in one of those if my life depended on it. You know, I would be too proud. I couldn't do it. You know, you have to saw off my legs before you drag me around and that shit. You know, even if it would take me an hour to go this way down, you know, I would do it on my own behalf. So here is a little thought experiment. Look guys, now I'm gonna walk in a straight line and you're gonna see the waters depart in front of me. It's because I have a great posture, you know. I'm gonna put the phone down a little and I'm gonna walk like I own the place and you're gonna see what's happening. Even people that are not looking at me, walk around me. It's kind of weird. I've done this experiment tons of times back home, and it's incredibly. Look how many people there is, and they'll move if you just walk. They'll fucking move, like I'm in the center of this fucking matrix. You know. Even when you think, oh my God, now I'm gonna collide, in the last moment, they kind of notice you're there and they just disappear. And the Vikings. So, yeah. and the cramp, and the sleeping on the tables, and the masks, of course. So we still have decent amount of masks in the United States. There's only one or two right there. I guess I'm at the end. Let's go the other way. She got real pissed that I stopped in the middle of the road. Excuse you? Yeah, okay. I'm running at you with a wagon. Excuse me. Huh? Okay, I'm doing it wrong. So are you guys still here? Am I just talking to myself? Oh, there's still somebody here. I should have put on my shirt. My Corona shirt. That would be fun. You know? Yeah. Maybe now is not the time when I'm about to board my plane, but that's just gonna be my next experiment. See how that shirt works out in an airport.
For information or
See you, Mike. Good to have you. I think this is also about to be the end of the street. You know, everything we got. Oh, they don't like it. They don't like to be filmed. I just noticed. Oh, I like turning the camera this way. Now everybody can see that I'm filming them. Normally I'm very discreet. This is kind of in your face. Yeah. Close one. And you can still see the Corona leftovers and people. They're kind of walking on one side and walking on the other side. So I'm gonna try and go over here. I'm gonna walk on this side. Because now I'm in head-on collision traffic. And now they think I'm stupid because now I'm doing the opposite of what we're supposed to do. But yep, they move. What the hell was that? Yeah, isn't it amazing? All these people, and yet so little spine. So little spines among all these people. It's like, good job. Well, you have the exception. He didn't even see me. He looked back, he saw me. No, he looked over my shoulder, I think. And didn't even see me, just stopped right in front of me. It's crazy, man. All right. I think this is about the stream today. Now I want to get ready. Oh yeah. look what we have. Of course. That has to be a dinosaur. That just has to. You know, can running around having fun without a dinosaur. Yep. Big ass dinosaur. Something Saurus, I don't know, Brontosaurus, Gigantic Saurus, or just Indoctrination Saurus, I guess. shopping, eating, eating, shopping, shopping, eating, shopping. I mean, how about an amusement park? That would be a big change of pace, wouldn't it? All the kids would be happy. But then mom and dad don't go shop if they're at the amusement park all day. You know? They don't. Move! Get out the way! Get out the way! So, this is kind of what it's about. Yeah, that's it for today, guys. I hope you find my little rant amusement or uplifting. But in the end, it's a wake-up call, you know. To all the Americans out there, you are the final frontier. And if you stand up, I will be in your front line. No questions asked. All right? This is the polar bear checking out of the USA. I'm here for another 90 minutes, then I'm gone. And to be honest, I can't wait. So I love you all, and I'll see you all on the flip side. This is the polar bear, over and out.